Imagine a style of eating that is easy to adapt to and you can reap many helpful benefits from. In our fast-paced lifestyles, it's hard to follow a diet. I have chosen the Mediterranean diet and it has made a big difference, very positive difference in my life. It's a style of eating modeled after the eating habits of the people who live along the coast of the Mediterranean Sea. People in Greece, Crete, Italy, and southern France are among the people who enjoy the benefits of this diet. This style of eating was brought to the Mediterraneans by the monasteries. The main and key elements of the diet are bread, wine, and oil. These three foods are the chief elements of Christian worship, and these are the items the monasteries brought. The diet is also impacted by the discovery of the Americas. This brought the introduction of tomato. Tomato is one of the main staples of the Mediterranean diet. The Islamics and the Muslims also impacted the Mediterranean diet. They gave a boost to the agriculture that influenced some of the foods that are used in this diet. Now that we've talked a little bit about the history of the diet, let's look at what we can eat on this diet. The diet is actually based upon this period. This pyramid. You should eat non-refined grains, things such as whole grain bread, pasta, brown rice, quinoa. You also want to have extra virgin olive oil. That is your main added fat. Also with the Mediterranean diet, you want to eat an abundance of vegetables, especially the wild greens. That would be your wild leaf, green leaf lettuce, and your red leaf lettuce. Also fruit is recommended. You want to maybe stick to the berries, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries. These are high in antioxidants and low in sugar. Also, dairy is recommended. Now, all these things that I'm speaking of now, you want to eat daily on the Mediterranean diet. Dairy, they recommend Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt, you want to choose the 100-calorie variety, zero fat, high in probiotics, and it's creamier texture and gives you a more fuller feeling than the regular yogurt does. Now, these are some things that we eat weekly on the Mediterranean diet. Fish. With your fish, you want to try mackerel, tuna, salmon. Some of your darker fish with that. They're high in omega-3s. Poultry. You want to try poultry, chicken, turkey, and such. Make sure you take the skin off because that adds fats. You want to make sure you do that. Also, there's olives, nuts, and legumes. You're going to have these in moderation. Potatoes, you also want to eat weekly, but potatoes are high in sugar and starch, so if you're trying to lose weight, you may want to cut back on the potatoes for a while. Eggs is also a staple of the Mediterranean diet. Should eat weekly in moderation, and you can even have a little sweets. Good to treat yourself now and then. So you're not cutting very much out of the diet. It's really easy to adapt to. At the top of the eating chart, something you would eat monthly, red meat. And when you want to choose red meat, you want to choose the eye-round or the lean ground sirloin varieties. This is an example of a healthy eating plate. You see you have your round plate here. Recommend a 7-inch plate for breakfast and for lunch. Then you want to have a 9-inch plate for dinner. And you see how the plate is cut in half? And on this side of the half, you have whole grains, brown rice, whole wheat and whole grain pasta, and bread. On the other half of this side, you have healthy proteins. That would be fish, poultry, beans, and nuts. Again, you want to limit the red meat. You want to avoid bacon, cold cuts, and other processed foods. These are high in sugar and high in fat, high in sodium. On the other side, it's the other half of it. You see you have vegetables, and vegetables takes up a little bit more of the side. You want to eat abundance of vegetables, including the wild greens. That, again, that would be your red leaf lettuce, it would be your green leaf lettuce. The iceberg lettuce doesn't really have the nutrients that the wild greens have. And with your fruits, again, you want to stick with the berry varieties, but any kind of fruit is good. Also, your healthy oils. You want to stick with extra virgin olive oil and canola oils. These oils have zero trans fat. And then you want to limit butter, because butter is high in trans fat. Also, you want to drink water daily. You want to have coffee and tea, and no sugar. Also, main thing in the Mediterranean diet, stay active. And there's another thing that I don't have on my chart, but wine. It's recommended 1 glass of wine for a woman per day, 2 glasses of wine for a man, up to 2. And if you don't drink, don't start drinking. You can always have grape juice. Just make sure it's not the concentrated grape juice and there's no added sugar. There are many helpful benefits associated with Mediterranean diets. Studies has shown adapting to this style of eating may lower your risk of heart disease, dementia, and diabetes. This is true even though the fat consumption is high. In America, people eat a high amount of red meat, butter, and animal fat. We also consume a low amount of fruits and vegetables. This makes us susceptible to disease. We have a lower life expectancy than people who have adapted to the Mediterranean style of eating. The Mediterranean diet puts an emphasis on physical activity. No matter what you're doing, stay active. Now that I've given you a little information about how the Mediterranean diet can be a healthy lifestyle choice, I hope that you can see how it is for you and your whole family to adapt to. Very easy. You're not really giving up anything. With this information, I encourage you to look into how the Mediterranean diet can make a positive difference in your life. Thank you.